everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jackie and today I'm here to do my June 2020 TBR. So for the month of June, since it is Pride Month, I decided to read exclusively queer books this entire month. I do have one exception to that, but that is the book I am currently reading, which I will mention in a second. But again, I really want to support Pride Month and the queer community during this month, as it is a time to celebrate being queer, and I think that's great. And one of my goals for this year, I don't think I mentioned it in my goals video, but I have made it a goal since then, was to read a lot more diversely. I wanted to read books by queer authors and featuring queer characters, and books by Black authors, other people of color, and I definitely really want to make the next few months like the TBRs are going to be a focus around that. So this is kind of the month where that's going to kick off. So without me rambling any further, let's jump right in and get started. Let's start off with the book that I am currently reading, and that is The Stand by Stephen King. This is one I started at the very end of May, and I am currently only about 50 pages in, and this is over 1,000 pages long. So I'm actually just going to take my time with this book because, again, it's so chunky, and though I love Stephen King is one of my favorite authors of all time. I know it is very dense, and it's kind of info dumpy, but I hope to really enjoy it in the end. It is adult dystopian, and it is taking place in the future United States, where there is a pandemic going on, and that's really all I knew going into it, and that's still the case. I believe there is something to do with a cult involved in this book. I could be completely wrong with that. I think I saw that in a video once mentioning this book. But that is that. Again, I think it's kind of timely because there is a pandemic going on right now. But I'm really enjoying it so far, so hope to continue on with this in June. So on my June TBR is going to be I Wish You All the Best by Mason Deaver. This is a book that I have been meaning to read, I think since this time last year. I think it was my June 2019 book of the month for Chapter by Chapter, which is my book club I run over on Goodreads. The link is always down below. And I just never got around to reading it, but I have heard nothing but fantastic things about it. So this is a YA contemporary book about our main character, Ben, who has just come out to their parents as being non-binary, and they are being kicked out of their house. They go to live with their sister and their sister's boyfriend, and it's just following their relationship with the people around them and this new boy that comes into their lives. And it is own voices for the non-binary representation. I follow the author on Twitter. I love their account. I think they are fantastic, and I'm really excited to dive into this one. Next book that's on my TBR is going to be Scavenged Stars by Tara Sim. This is one that I got in my Owl Crate back in January, and it has been catching my eye ever since. This is a YA fantasy book. It might be sci-fi. I think it's fantasy though. And it is following a character who is Desi, and there is a revenge plot, and that's really all I know about this. This features a demisexual main character, which is fantastic. I was looking for a lot of books with ace-spectrum characters in them because I feel like that is a community that really isn't represented much in books, and I am demisexual myself, so I really was excited to hear about this one having a demisexual main character, and really excited to dive in. So we have The Poison Within by Rachel Marie Piercy. This is like the newest book that I have added to this TBR. I recently got in the mail. This is a book that I had heard Cece over Problems of Book Nerd mention in one of her videos, because she actually edited this book, and I wanted to support her as well as any queer releases. This is YA fantasy. It is an Evil Queen retelling, which I am so excited about because you guys know I obviously love Evil Queen retellings by the name of my channel, and this was heavily inspired by Regina from Once Upon a Time, which is one of my favorite shows of all time. So really excited to dive in. I'm not sure on what the main character identifies as far as the LGBTQ aspects of this. I'll let you guys know in my wrap-up when I do read this, but again, really excited to dive in. We have Wicked As You Wish by Rin Chapeko. This is the first book in a series. This is an arc I got back in December from Fairy Loot, and this came out on March 3rd. This is one, again, I haven't heard a ton about. It is a YA fantasy following a main character who grew up in Avalon, and then they were overthrown by an evil snow queen, and now they are in present-day Arizona. And that's really all I know. There's no magic in Arizona. Again, really don't know much about it. It kind of reminds me of like Frozen meets Once Upon a Time, so that intrigues me. And our main character is gay and Filipino, and that's all I know. Really excited to dive in. We get another arc, and that is The Animals of Lockwood Manor by Jane Healy. This is another one that came out in March, on March 10th, and it was sent to me by the publisher, so thank you so much to HMH for sending me a copy. This is yet another one I don't know a ton about. It's fantasy. I don't think it's adult fantasy in this aspect, and it takes place at a manor, and that's all I know. I'm not, again, sure on the representation in this book. I couldn't find what it was, but I'll let you guys know in my wrap up. Finally, the last book on my June TBR is going to be It Gets Worse by Shane Dawson. This is a nonfiction book. It is a collection of essays by Shane Dawson. He is one of my favorite booktubers of all time. I'm going to link him down below for you guys to go check out. If you have not already, I highly recommend his channel. I've been following him for years. And again, this is just short stories about his life. Shane is bisexual, and he's very open about that on his channel. And in his first short story collection, when I read that last year, he was also very open about it. Again, I love Shane. I support him no matter what he does. I just love his channel and him as a person, and I'm really excited to see what the next short story collection has in store. That's it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give a big thumbs up and subscribe if not already. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Be sure to let me know in the comments down below what you guys plan on reading in June, as I would love to know. And as always, my social media links are linked down below for you guys to check out if you'd like to follow me on any of those. All being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you soon for another video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye!